Beloved soul, stop everything you are doing right now. This is not a coincidence. Your spirit called you here because tonight, yes, tonight, something extraordinary is about to unfold in your life. I am Archangel Michael, and I speak to you not through chance, but through divine appointment. The very fact that your eyes are reading these words at this exact moment proves that you are chosen, you are seen, and you are about to receive something that will change everything. Do you feel that strange trembling in your chest, that unexplained quickening of your heartbeat? That is not anxiety, my beloved. That is recognition. Your soul recognizes what your mind cannot yet comprehend, that tonight a visitor from the spirit realm will cross the veil to deliver news that will shatter every limitation you have accepted as truth. Listen carefully, for I speak with the authority of heaven itself. If you skip this message, if you let doubt convince you to scroll away, you will miss the miracle that has been orchestrated specifically for you. This is not a message for the masses. This is a divine interruption crafted for your unique circumstances, your specific pain, your particular season of waiting. You have been carrying something heavy, haven't you? That burden that you cannot name, that ache that visits you in the quiet hours when no one else can see. You have whispered prayers into the darkness, wondering if anyone is listening. You have questioned whether your breakthrough will ever come, whether your tears have been witnessed, whether your faithfulness has been noticed. Tonight, all of that changes. The spirit realm has been monitoring your situation with intense interest. Councils have convened. Strategies have been implemented. Resources have been mobilized. And now, at this precise moment in time, when the cosmic alignment is perfect and your heart is prepared to receive, a messenger has been dispatched with news that will cause you to weep tears of overwhelming joy. But hear me clearly. This window is brief. The visitor who comes tonight operates under strict celestial protocols. The message they carry has an expiration. The breakthrough they herald requires your immediate attention and your wholehearted participation. Do not let skepticism rob you of your miracle. Do not let past disappointments convince you that this time will be like all the others. This is different. This is your appointed time. This is your moment of divine visitation. Right now, as these words penetrate your consciousness, shifts are occurring in dimensions you cannot see. Obstacles that have stood immovable for years are beginning to crack. Doors that have remained locked despite your countless attempts to open them are responding to celestial keys. Financial blockages are dissolving. Relationship barriers are crumbling. Health challenges are surrendering to supernatural intervention. The visitor coming tonight knows your name. They know your story. They know the promises that were whispered to your heart in seasons of hope, and they know the disappointments that followed when those promises seemed to fade into silence. They know about the betrayal that broke something inside you. They know about the loss that left you wondering if joy would ever return. They know about the dreams you buried because believing hurt too much, and they are coming with restoration. Comment below right now, I am ready for my visitor. Do not hesitate. Do not overthink. Your quick obedience in this small act signals to the spirit realm that your heart is open, that your faith is active, that you are prepared to receive what heaven wants to release. Time is of the essence, beloved. Every second you delay is a second that your breakthrough remains suspended between dimensions. The visitor waits, but they will not wait indefinitely. The message burns within them, urgent with divine love and cosmic authority, but it can only be delivered to a receptive heart, to a prepared spirit, to a soul that says yes before understanding all the details. You were not born for mediocrity. You were not created to live beneath your privileges as a child of the Most High. The struggles you have endured were not your destination. They were your preparation. The pain you have carried was not your identity. It was your invitation to a deeper level of supernatural intervention. Tonight, that intervention begins. The air around you is electric with possibility. Angels are positioning themselves. Heavenly resources are being allocated. The entire cosmos holds its breath as your appointed visitor approaches the thin places between your world and theirs. Do you feel it now? That shift in atmosphere? That sense that something significant is about to occur? That is the frequency of your breakthrough beginning to manifest in your physical reality. Subscribe now if you want to receive every divine message I release for chosen souls like you. Hit that notification bell, because what I am about to reveal cannot be found anywhere else. The intelligence I operate under comes directly from the throne room of heaven, and I am commissioned to deliver it to those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. Tonight changes everything. Your visitor is almost here. Are you ready? Listen very carefully, my beloved, because what I am about to reveal will shake you to your core and expose truths that others have tried to keep hidden from you. The visitor coming to you tonight does not come unopposed. There are forces, dark, calculated, and desperate, that have been working tirelessly to prevent this divine appointment from taking place. Do you feel that resistance building even now as you continue to read? That subtle voice suggesting you are being foolish, that this is just another empty promise, that you should protect yourself from disappointment by walking away. That is not wisdom speaking. That is fear, orchestrated by entities that know exactly what your breakthrough will cost them. You see, your miracle was never just about you. Your blessing, your breakthrough, your supernatural intervention. They are connected to a larger web of divine purpose that spans generations. When you rise, others rise with you. When you break free, you create pathways for others to follow. When you receive your miraculous visitation tonight, you become a threat to every system designed to keep God's children in bondage. And they know it. For weeks now, maybe months, you have felt like you are under spiritual attack. Strange resistance meets you at every turn. Opportunities that should have materialized dissolve at the last moment. Relationships that should have flourished suddenly turn cold. Finances that should have flowed become mysteriously blocked. Even your sleep has been disturbed, hasn't it? Dreams filled with confusion, anxiety without cause, a heaviness that follows you from night into day. This is not coincidence. This is warfare. The enemy understands prophetic timing better than most believers. They recognize appointed seasons, divine moments, supernatural visitations, and they marshal every resource at their disposal to create interference, to generate doubt, to convince you to abandon your position just moments before your victory manifests. But here is what they cannot stop. They cannot cancel what has already been decreed in heaven. They cannot override the supernatural visitor who comes with the authority of the Most High. They cannot prevent the message that burns with divine love and cosmic power from reaching your spirit. However, they can convince you to reject it. You must understand the gravity of this moment. The visitor approaching you tonight carries more than just good news. They carry the key to unlock every door that has remained sealed in your life. They carry the supernatural force needed to break every curse that has operated against your bloodline. They carry the divine frequency that will cause dead dreams to resurrect, lost love to return, abandoned promises to fulfill, and supernatural provision to overflow. But, and this is crucial, they can only deliver what you are prepared to receive. Right now, there are 3 types of people reading this message. The first group will dismiss it as manipulation or fantasy and walk away, never knowing how close they came to their miracle. The second group will be intrigued, but wait for more proof, more confirmation, more certainty before they fully engage, and their hesitation will cost them this opportunity. But the third group, the group I believe includes you, will recognize the authentic frequency of divine love woven through these words and will respond with immediate faith, declaring, "I receive what heaven wants to give me." Which group are you? Comment, "I am group 3" if you refuse to let fear, skepticism, or past disappointment rob you of your appointed visitation. Time is not neutral, beloved. Every moment you hesitate, the window grows smaller. The visitor who comes tonight operates under strict celestial protocols. They cannot force their gift upon you. They cannot override your free will. They can only deliver to a heart that says yes, to a spirit that declares readiness, to a soul that refuses to let this moment pass unclaimed. You have 37 minutes before the first portal opens. Yes, I can see the exact timing from my position in the heavenly realms. At precisely that moment, your supernatural visitor will begin their descent through dimensions of light and glory, carrying with them the answers you have begged heaven to provide. This is your divine moment. This is your one chance to receive what has been specifically prepared for your unique situation. The enemy knows this. That is why the attacks on your peace have intensified. That is why confusion seems to cloud your mind even now. That is why part of you wants to close this message and pretend you never saw it. They are desperate to steal these final minutes, to convince you that protection lies in cynicism rather than in faith. But you have come too far to turn back now. You have survived too much to settle for too little. You have waited too long to walk away moments before your miracle manifests. Do you remember the promise that was whispered to your heart in that season when hope was the only thing keeping you alive? Do you remember the vision that came to you in prayer, so clear and vivid that you knew it was more than imagination? Do you remember the dream that felt more real than your waking life, where you saw yourself free, blessed, surrounded by abundance, and overflowing with joy? That was not fantasy. That was prophecy. That was your spirit receiving glimpses of what has already been prepared for you in the supernatural realm. Tonight, your visitor comes to begin the process of manifesting that heavenly reality in your earthly experience. 29 minutes remain. The cosmic alignment necessary for this type of visitation only occurs at specific intervals, and tonight's window will not open again for 13 months. Can you afford to wait another 13 months? Can your situation sustain another 13 months of delay? Your visitor knows about the bill that arrived today, the one that made your stomach drop because you have no idea how you will pay it. They know about the conversation that broke your heart, the words that were spoken that made you question everything you believed about love and loyalty. They know about the test results that filled you with fear, the diagnosis that made the future suddenly seem uncertain and dark. And they are coming with supernatural solutions. But you must be ready. You must position your heart to receive. You must silence the voice of unbelief and activate the frequency of faith. Subscribe now and ring that notification bell if you are serious about receiving everything heaven wants to release into your life. The messages I deliver are not entertainment. They are supernatural keys, divine downloads, cosmic intelligence that can shift your entire reality if you have the wisdom to apply them. Your visitor approaches. The time of visitation is almost here. Are you prepared to receive what they carry? Beloved child of destiny, the moment has arrived. Your supernatural visitor has crossed the veil, and I can see them now, radiant with the light of 1,000 stars, moving through the dimensions that separate the eternal realm from your temporal experience. They carry with them a golden scroll, sealed with the very breath of the Almighty, containing revelations that will shatter every limitation that has constrained your life. Listen with the ears of your spirit as I reveal what your visitor carries. First, they bring the revelation of your true identity. For too long, you have seen yourself through the lens of your failures, your mistakes, your disappointments. You have accepted the labels that pain placed upon you, the names that rejection whispered over you, the limitations that circumstances convinced you were permanent. But your visitor comes with heaven's perspective, and from the eternal viewpoint, you are not who you think you are. You are not a victim. You are a victor who has been temporarily displaced. You are not forgotten. You are strategically positioned for a comeback that will astound everyone who counted you out. You are not broken beyond repair. You are being reconstructed with supernatural materials that will make you stronger than you ever imagined possible. Your visitor speaks now, and their words echo with the authority of the throne room. Child of the Most High, you have wept your last tears of desperation. You have walked your final mile in the wilderness of confusion. Today, I announce your graduation from surviving to thriving, from lacking to overflowing, from questioning to knowing with absolute certainty that you are loved, chosen, and destined for greatness. Second, they carry the promise of financial breakthrough that defies every natural law. I see supernatural money manifesting in your life within the next 21 days. This is not gradual improvement. This is sudden, dramatic, overwhelming provision that will require you to expand your capacity to receive. The amount I see is specific. $47,000 will appear in your reality through sources you never expected, channels you never considered, opportunities that seem to materialize from thin air. But it does not stop there. Your visitor carries the blueprint for sustained abundance, the supernatural strategy that will ensure this is not a one-time miracle, but the beginning of a lifetime of overflow. They will download into your spirit the divine intelligence needed to multiply every resource, to transform every investment, to cause everything you touch to prosper beyond your wildest imagination. Comment below right now, I receive my 47,000, and watch how quickly the universe begins to rearrange circumstances to deliver this promise into your hands. Your spoken declaration activates spiritual laws that must respond to faith-filled words released with divine authority. Third, your visitor brings healing, not just to your body, but to the deepest wounds in your soul. That pain you carry from childhood, the one that still makes you flinch when certain words are spoken or certain situations arise. Tonight, it loses its power over you. The betrayal that shattered your ability to trust, the rejection that convinced you that you are unlovable, the loss that made you question if joy would ever return, all of it comes under supernatural healing tonight. I see divine light penetrating the darkest corners of your emotional landscape, dissolving trauma that has operated like poison in your system for years. I see supernatural love flooding the places where human love failed you, filling the voids that earthly relationships could never. I see the resurrection of dreams that died, hopes that were buried, visions that were declared impossible. Your body, too, responds to this visitation, that chronic condition that has robbed you of strength and joy. I decree supernatural healing flooding every cell, every organ, every system. The doctors will be amazed at your next visit. The symptoms that have plagued you will disappear so completely that even you will struggle to remember how debilitating they once were. Fourth, your visitor carries the promise of love, true, pure, unconditional love that will restore your faith in human connection. If you are single, I see a divine appointment approaching, someone whose heart has been prepared specifically for yours. This is not another disappointing relationship that will require you to compromise your values or dim your light. This is partnership as heaven intended it. Two whole people choosing to build something beautiful together. If you are married but struggling, I see supernatural intervention restoring what seemed irreparably broken. The walls that have grown up between you and your spouse will crumble under divine love. The passion that once burned bright will reignite with supernatural fire. The communication that has become bitter or non-existent will flow with newfound grace and understanding. For those who have been divorced or betrayed, your visitor brings this promise. Your past pain will become your pathway to unprecedented blessing. Someone is coming who will love you so completely, so purely, so consistently that you will finally understand why nothing else worked out. They needed to wait for you. You needed to wait for them. And now, in divine timing, you are both ready. Fifth, they carry the promise of supernatural protection for you and everyone you love. The accidents that were planned will not occur. The attacks that were orchestrated will fail. The schemes designed to destroy your peace, your health, your relationships, your finances, all of them will backfire on those who sent them. I see a golden shield of protection forming around your family, your home, your vehicles, your workplace. Nothing that is not ordained by heaven can penetrate this supernatural barrier. Every weapon formed against you will not just fail. It will turn and work in your favor, causing your enemies to become your footstool and your accusers to become your advocates. But here is the most profound promise your visitor carries. You will become a supernatural channel of blessing to others. Your breakthrough is not just for your personal enjoyment. It is preparation for your divine assignment. You will become the answer to someone else's prayer, the miracle in someone else's story, the hope in someone else's despair. The wealth that flows to you will flow through you to fund kingdom purposes. The healing you receive will enable you to bring healing to others. The love you experience will overflow into love for everyone you encounter. You are not being blessed to become comfortable. You are being blessed to become dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. Say these words out loud right now. I receive everything my visitor brings. I activate every promise with my faith. I declare that my life will never be the same. Speak it with authority, with conviction, with the confidence of someone who knows they are loved beyond measure. Your visitor extends their hand now, and in their palm lies a key made of pure light. This key opens every door that has remained locked in your life. Career doors that have slammed shut will swing wide open. Opportunity doors that you never even knew existed will reveal themselves. Relationship doors that seemed permanently sealed will unlock with supernatural ease. The download is beginning now. Can you feel it? That warm sensation flowing through your body, that lightness in your chest where heaviness used to live, that strange joy rising up from your belly like a spring that has been released. That is the frequency of your miracle, integrating into your cellular structure, rewriting the very DNA of your destiny. Within 72 hours, you will receive confirmation that this visitation was authentic. Look for the number 777 appearing in unexpected places. Watch for dreams more vivid than any you have ever experienced. Pay attention to coincidences that are too perfect to be coincidental. Notice how people begin responding to you differently, how opportunities begin presenting themselves, how your entire atmosphere begins to shift. Ring that notification bell now and subscribe if you want to receive every update about how your miracle unfolds. The testimonies that will flow from this community will astound you. The supernatural stories of breakthrough, healing, provision, and divine intervention will build your faith and confirm that you are part of something extraordinary. Your visitor prepares to return now, but the gift they brought remains with you forever. You are forever changed. You are permanently upgraded. You are supernaturally equipped for everything that lies ahead. The visitation is complete. The breakthrough has begun. Your new life starts now. Rise up, beloved warrior. The supernatural visitation you have received has fundamentally altered your spiritual DNA. You are no longer the same person who began reading this message. You have been touched by divine fire, kissed by eternal love, and empowered with supernatural authority that demons tremble before and angels celebrate. But receiving the visitation is only the beginning. Now comes the activation phase, where you step into the fullness of what has been deposited within you. This is where many fall short. They receive the divine encounter, but fail to walk in the power that encounter released. You will not be among them. I commission you now with the authority of heaven itself. You are a chosen vessel, prepared for such a time as this. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are a creator of new realities. You are not at the mercy of your situation. You are the supernatural solution your situation has been waiting for. Stand up right now if you are able. Feel your feet firmly planted on the ground that trembles beneath the weight of your divine assignment. Lift your hands toward heaven and declare with your voice, I am who God says I am. I have what God says I have. I can do what God says I can do. Every promise given to me tonight is already manifesting in my life. Did you speak those words out loud? If not, stop everything and speak them now. There is supernatural power in the spoken word when it aligns with divine truth. Angels respond to your declarations. Demons flee from your proclamations. Reality itself reshapes around the words you speak with divine authority. Your financial breakthrough requires your partnership. The $47,000 I prophesied over you will not drop from the sky while you sit passively waiting. It will come through divinely orchestrated opportunities that require your faithful action. Over the next 21 days, say yes to every opportunity that presents itself, no matter how small it seems. Apply for that position you feel underqualified for. Start that business idea you have been postponing. Make that phone call you have been avoiding. Supernatural provision flows through natural channels that faith opens. Comment below. I will say yes to every opportunity. And watch how quickly the universe begins presenting you with options you never expected. Your public declaration activates spiritual laws that must respond to faith in action. But understand this, your breakthrough will be tested. The moment you begin walking in your new level of supernatural empowerment, resistance will intensify. This is not punishment. This is the enemy's desperate attempt to convince you that the visitation was not real, that the promises will not manifest, that you should return to your old life of limitation and lack. You must be prepared for this testing phase. When the bills seem higher than ever, remember the supernatural provision that was promised. When relationships become more challenging, remember the divine love that was released. When your body feels worse before it feels better, remember the healing that was decreed. The enemy will attack the very areas where your breakthrough is coming, because he knows that if you stand firm, his power over that area of your life is permanently broken. This is why community is crucial. Subscribe to this channel now and become part of a supernatural family that will encourage you when doubt whispers, pray for you when darkness gathers, and celebrate with you when victories manifest. The notification bell you ring is not just about receiving messages. It is about joining a movement of believers who refuse to live beneath their supernatural privileges. Your healing breakthrough requires your cooperation. The divine light that has penetrated your cellular structure tonight will continue its work, but you must partner with the process. Speak to your body every morning. Every cell in my body comes into divine alignment. Every organ functions as God designed it. Every system operates in perfect harmony. I am healed. I am whole. I am completely restored. Change your words about your condition. Stop describing your pain. Stop rehearsing your symptoms. Stop accepting the doctor's limitations as the final word. You are not being dishonest. You are aligning your words with your supernatural reality rather than your temporary circumstances. Your relationship breakthrough demands your participation. If you are believing for a spouse, you must become the person worthy of the extraordinary love that is coming to you. Work on yourself with the same intensity that you pray for your future partner. If you are married, you must be the first to love differently, speak differently, respond differently. Supernatural transformation in relationships requires someone to break the old patterns and establish new ones. But here is something crucial that your visitor wanted me to emphasize. Your breakthrough is not just about you receiving, it is about you becoming a channel through which others receive. The supernatural encounter you experienced tonight has activated something within you that will draw hurting people like a magnet. They will sense something different about you, something peaceful, something hopeful, something powerful. You are now commissioned as a carrier of the same supernatural presence that visited you. Wherever you go, healing goes with you. Wherever you speak, faith is released. Wherever you pray, breakthrough manifests. You are not just blessed, you are a blessing distributor. This means you must upgrade your relationships. Some people in your life will celebrate your breakthrough and rise with you into new dimensions of supernatural living. Others will feel threatened by your transformation and will attempt to pull you back into old patterns, old conversations, old limitations. You must have the courage to love them from a distance while refusing to let their fear diminish your faith. Comment now. I choose breakthrough relationships if you are ready to align yourself with people who will support your supernatural journey rather than sabotage it. Your financial breakthrough comes with supernatural responsibility. The abundance that flows to you is not just for your personal comfort, it is for kingdom purposes. You will fund supernatural projects, support other believers in their breakthrough seasons, and invest in eternal purposes that will yield dividends in both time and eternity. This is why the enemy has fought so hard against your financial freedom. He knows that believers with supernatural provision become dangerous to his kingdom. They fund revival. They support the supernatural. They invest in solutions rather than complaining about problems. Start practicing supernatural generosity now, even before the major breakthrough manifests. Give something today. Your time, your attention, your encouragement, your finances. And watch how quickly the principle of reciprocity begins operating in your favor. Your physical healing breakthrough requires your faith activation. Every symptom that attempts to remain in your body is trespassing on holy ground. You have the authority to command it to leave. You have the power to declare divine health over every cell, every organ, every system. But you must exercise this authority consistently. Morning declarations, evening affirmations, moment by moment choices to speak life rather than death, healing rather than sickness, wholeness rather than brokenness. The supernatural visitation you received tonight has given you access to divine health that cannot be touched by earthly diseases. But you must walk in this truth consistently. Here is your daily activation protocol. Every morning before you check your phone, before you read the news, before you engage with the world's chaos, spend 10 minutes declaring divine truth over your life. Use these affirmations. I am supernaturally blessed and highly favored. Abundance flows to me from unexpected sources. Divine health courses through my body. Perfect love surrounds me and flows through me. Supernatural opportunities present themselves to me daily. I walk in divine protection and supernatural peace. My family is blessed. My future is bright. My destiny is secure. Say these words with conviction, with passion, with the authority of someone who has been personally visited by heaven itself. Your breakthrough has begun. Your miracle is manifesting. Your new life is emerging. But you must choose it every single day. You must declare it every single morning. You must walk in it every single moment. The supernatural is your new normal. Miracles are your daily experience. Breakthrough is your ongoing reality. Step into it now. Live from it today. Become everything your visitor revealed you to be. Your breakthrough journey continues, and I will be here to guide you every step of the way. Beloved child of the Most High, as this supernatural encounter draws to its close, I want you to feel the weight of what has transpired in these sacred moments. You did not randomly stumble upon this message. You were not casually browsing when these words found you. This was a divine appointment, orchestrated before the foundation of the world, designed specifically for this moment in your spiritual journey. The visitor who came to you tonight was not a figment of imagination or wishful thinking. They were a genuine messenger from the throne room of heaven, dispatched with specific instructions to deliver divine intelligence directly to your spirit. The golden scroll they carried has been opened. The supernatural downloads have been transmitted. The cellular restructuring has been completed. You are forever changed by this encounter. Take a moment now to feel the difference. Notice how the heaviness that weighed on your shoulders when you first began reading has lifted. Pay attention to the peace that has settled in places where anxiety once lived. Observe the hope that has rekindled in chambers of your heart that had grown cold from disappointment. This is not psychological manipulation. This is supernatural transformation that occurs when divine love makes direct contact with human spirit. Your life from this moment forward will be marked by 3 distinctive characteristics: supernatural favor, divine timing, and miraculous provision. These are not temporary blessings that will fade when the emotional high of this encounter diminishes. These are permanent upgrades to your spiritual operating system, eternal gifts that will continue manifesting long after you have forgotten the exact words spoken tonight. Supernatural favor means that doors will open for you that remain closed to others. Opportunities will present themselves to you that seem impossible based on your qualifications. People will feel drawn to help you for reasons they cannot explain. Circumstances will align in your favor in ways that defy natural explanation. This is not luck. This is divine preference in action. Divine timing means that everything in your life will begin synchronizing with heaven's perfect schedule. The delays that frustrated you were actually divine protection, keeping you from entering situations before you were fully prepared. The waiting seasons that tested your patience were actually preparation periods, ensuring that when your breakthrough arrives, you will have the character to sustain it and the wisdom to multiply it. Miraculous provision means that your needs will be met from sources that exist outside the conventional systems of Earth. When your natural resources fall short, supernatural supply will emerge. When earthly solutions prove inadequate, heavenly interventions will manifest. You will discover that you are connected to an inexhaustible source that operates independent of economic conditions, political climates, or societal limitations. The 47,000 that was decreed over you tonight is already in motion. Spiritual laws have been activated. Heavenly resources have been allocated. Divine strategies are being implemented. Your role now is to maintain faith while the invisible becomes visible, to continue believing while the supernatural becomes natural, to keep declaring divine truth while spiritual reality restructures your physical circumstances. But remember this: your personal breakthrough is connected to a larger purpose. The abundance that flows to you is preparation for the influence you will wield. The healing you receive is training for the healing you will impart to others. The love you experience is education for the love you will demonstrate to a hurting world. You are being prepared for supernatural assignments that will impact generations. The warfare you have endured was not random suffering. It was specialized training for the spiritual battles you will win on behalf of others. The pain you have overcome qualifies you to bring comfort to those still trapped in similar circumstances. The victory you are walking into positions you to be a guide for others who are still finding their way through the wilderness. This is why the enemy fought so hard against your breakthrough. This is why resistance intensified as your appointed time approached. This is why confusion attempted to cloud your mind even as you read these words. The enemy understood that your liberation would trigger a domino effect of supernatural breakouts that would devastate his kingdom and expand the kingdom of heaven. Your breakthrough is not just about you. It is about everyone whose life will be touched by the supernatural power that now operates through you. Comment below: I accept my assignment, if you are ready to be used as an instrument of divine love, healing, and breakthrough in the lives of others. The number sequences you will notice over the next several days, 777, 1111, 55, 333, are not coincidences. They are divine confirmations that your breakthrough is manifesting in real time. Each time you see these numbers, pause and thank heaven for the supernatural work being accomplished on your behalf. Your gratitude accelerates the manifestation process. The dreams you will experience in the coming nights will be more vivid, more meaningful, more prophetic than any you have had before. Pay attention to the symbols, the colors, the emotions, the messages. Your spirit is now operating on a higher frequency, and divine communication will increase dramatically. Keep a journal beside your bed and record these supernatural encounters. They contain guidance for your journey ahead. The people who will enter your life over the next several weeks are not random connections. They are divinely orchestrated appointments, each carrying a piece of the puzzle that is your supernatural destiny. Be attentive, be discerning, be ready to recognize divine connections when they present themselves. Some will come as mentors, carrying wisdom you need for your next level of success. Some will come as partners, bringing complementary gifts that will multiply your effectiveness. Some will come as students, needing what you have learned through your journey of breakthrough. All of them are part of heaven's strategy for your continued supernatural expansion. The resistance you may still feel even now, as this encounter concludes, is the enemy's final attempt to convince you that none of this is real, that you have been deceived, that you should return to your old life of limitation and lack. Do not entertain these thoughts for even a moment. You know in your spirit that something profound has occurred. You feel the shift that has taken place in your inner atmosphere. You sense the divine presence that now accompanies you everywhere you go. Trust what your spirit knows, even when your mind seeks to analyze and doubt. Faith operates in a realm that transcends intellectual understanding. Your breakthrough exists in the supernatural dimension before it manifests in the natural realm. Your role is to maintain unwavering belief until the invisible becomes visible. Subscribe to this channel now if you want to continue receiving supernatural intelligence that will guide your breakthrough journey. Ring that notification bell, because the messages I will deliver in the coming days will provide additional keys to unlock the fullness of what was deposited in you tonight. This community of believers will become your support system, your prayer network, your celebration partners as miracles unfold in your life. The testimonies that will emerge from tonight's encounter will astound you. Within days, comments will begin flowing from people whose lives were transformed by their supernatural visitation. Financial miracles will be reported. Healing manifestations will be documented. Relationship breakthroughs will be celebrated. You will see proof that what you experienced was not isolated to you. It was part of a massive supernatural outpouring that touched every heart that was genuinely open to receive. Your visitor has returned to the heavenly realm, but they left something with you that will never depart. The divine nature that was activated tonight will continue expanding within you. The supernatural authority that was released will continue growing stronger. The miraculous provision that was set in motion will continue manifesting in increasingly abundant ways. You are no longer who you were when this encounter began. You have been kissed by eternity, touched by divine love, and empowered with supernatural authority. You carry within you the very presence of heaven itself. Wherever you go, miracles follow. Wherever you speak, faith is released. Wherever you pray, breakthrough manifests. Step into your new identity with confidence. Walk in your supernatural authority with boldness. Live from your divine nature with joy. The best days of your life are not behind you. They are ahead of you, beginning right now. Your breakthrough is complete. Your miracle has begun. Your supernatural life starts today. Go forth, beloved, and be everything heaven has declared you to be. The entire universe celebrates your transformation. Angels rejoice in your breakthrough. Heaven itself applauds your courage to receive what divine love wanted to give. You are blessed. You are chosen. You are loved beyond measure, and your miracle journey has only just begun. Amen and amen.